Alrighty, so to my surprise, the Xbox 360 got an update a few days ago, a firmware update. It's not the biggest one, but I'm going to show you later on screen about the update. But talking about the Xbox 360, for me, it is still the best Xbox console ever made. After the 360, we had the Xbox One and then the Series S and X, which I own as well. But no other console actually ever gave me a kick like the Xbox 360. So the model I have here, it's actually the best 360 you can get. It's the Xbox 360e console, and it's pretty compact in design. As you can see here, I also own the original Xbox 360, the big white one, which was loud like a 747 jumbo jet. This console here, it's absolutely quiet, as you can see here, and it comes also with a DVD drive like the other Xboxes. It actually has two, well, I hope you can see it, two USB slots at the front. Then it has an internal storage of 4 gigabyte. I upgraded mine with a 500 gigabyte hard disk drive, and that's how the baby looks from the back. So you see we have another 2 USB slots at the back. Then we would have a connection for a Kinect. So that was the camera thing. You have a network connection here, power connection, and then HDMI out. And as I said, I've upgraded mine with a hard drive, and that's all there is to say about the 360 so far. And I'm going to show you what changed with the update. What's pretty cool about this one, you do not need an extra stand like with my PS5 where you have the stand, and depending if you want to have it like standing vertical or horizontal. So you see you have like the rubber stand feet here. By the way, as far as I remember, that's where I've, like here, can't remember, it's a long time ago, but somewhere here you can actually put in the hard drive, the extra one, or you stand it as a tower, or if you want to put it on the side, you see you have actually these rubber feet here. That's actually the original controller for the 360. A little fun fact here, I'm going to show you the controller of the Xbox One. So you see there's not a big difference, and if we put the latest controller here, the controller for the Xbox Series S or X, you see it's not a big difference actually. So the buttons are still the same, the size it's almost the same. You still have the Xbox button here. I have to say from all three of them, I like the original Xbox 360 button here way more. Why? Because it's three-dimensional, it is silver, it glows green, so that's way better. The rest actually really, it's kind of similar. Next thing, I'm going to show you the update now. Okay, so I've actually detached that part here, and you see that's where you actually can have your hard drive inserted in, and that's how the hard drive actually looks like. Seems to be a pretty much standard SATA drive, and so that's how it looks from the inside, and then you just slot it in like so, and then you attach this again, pop it in there, and done. So if you're in the market for a retro Xbox 360, I would recommend you buy the 360e console. That's the latest they ever built and has a super form factor. It's quiet. You can upgrade the hard disk drive pretty easy, and in my humble opinion, that is the best 360 you can get on the market. Okay, so I didn't want to put it on my video capture device, to be honest, but the first thing you see with the new update, we have the teaser for the new console generation, and then we also have that QR code. And then let's just go real quick into the console settings, and you see, so that is the latest version. It's the 2.0.17559.0. So that is the latest version. So if you still have a 360 and you want to go online, or you go online, you might get a new update. If you are not in the US, you might want to switch your console to English and US settings, because then you get the update faster. There is one thing I want to show you. So first thing, you see the store is no longer online, so you cannot download anything. But everything you ever downloaded, you still can download here. That's what I'm actually doing. I am packing my hard disk drive with all the games and apps I've ever downloaded, because you never know when they're gonna shut it down. So you go in your download history, and then you click on that game, which well, the catch is, you at one point you had to download it in the past, right? But given you did that, let's see this game. Give it a second. So I haven't downloaded it yet. And then you say download again. And then even in July 2025, you still can download your Xbox games, given that you've downloaded them in the past. You see here some content they pulled. So that's maybe where they do no longer have a license. But for all the other games where they had a license, you can download them again. And you see I'm downloading right now. And all my, give it a second, all the games are still available. So you see with my games, they are still available. And I have a 500 gigabyte hard disk drive, so I am gonna download whatever is possible. Even game demos I'm gonna download. And fun fact here, there was a demo for GoldenEye Reloaded. As far as I know, it was never released for the Xbox 360, but there was a demo. And I know there is a new GoldenEye, maybe it was already released for the Series S and X, but this one was a GoldenEye version for the Xbox. And I think they just brought out the demo for that. But so you see, obviously it was in 2011 most likely where they released it, and you see it's a demo. And let's just see how it looks like. That's not related to the Xbox update, but I just downloaded that actually yesterday. So at the time when it came out, I have downloaded it to my old Xbox 360. And what I'm trying to say is, so you still can download old content, even though the Xbox Live system for the 360 is offline since summer last year, but you still can download a lot of content. And now we have the GoldenEye on the Xbox 360, which I'd say looks great. And I have the GoldenEye also for the Nintendo 64. And I gotta tell you, playing it on the Nintendo 64, it's hard because of the Nintendo controller, but playing it on the 360 with a 360 controller, it's just a different experience. And I'm not talking about the graphics, I'm more about the controls now in that sense. And I do not know how far the demo goes, so how many levels you can play with the demo, but it's pretty awesome looking. And okay, let's just show you a little bit of footage here. And let me know if you want to hear more about the Xbox 360, which is now almost 20 years old. Let me have your comments below the video. In my opinion, the Xbox 360 was one of the best consoles ever. After the 360, Microsoft never managed to bring out a console which could even closely be as good as the 360. And I had every single Xbox, so the original Xbox, which was good at the time. The 360, of course. I had the Xbox One, and now I also have the Series X. I have to be honest, I almost do not play the Series X anymore. I just actually keep it for the downwards compatibility. But nowadays I just play the PS5, but the Xbox 360, especially the one I have, the Model E, that's a keeper. I'm gonna keep this one because there are some games on this Xbox which you cannot play with the compatibility mode. And I am talking, of course, about Forza 4 and Red Dead Redemption. So I know you can play that one also on downwards compatibility, but there are some games which you just cannot play. I guess Burnout Revenge. And then here is one of the games I want to show you, which is, if you never played it and you ever have the chance to play it, it's a must-play game. Hydro Thunder, by the way, it's an awesome game. You still can play it on the Series X, but I am almost there. It's this one, Project Gotham Racing 4. It is such an awesome racing game. If you've ever played, I forgot the name, unfortunately, the first game of the series on the Sega, I think it's called Metropolitan Street Racer. So that's the successor to this. That's one of the first games where they introduced the kudos system. It is an awesome game. Okay, so just for fun, I'm gonna start up Project Gotham Racing 4. There is another awesome game you can play on this console. It actually was released for the original Xbox. It's called Halo Unlimited Collection Edition, and it comes in a steel box. And let me know if you want to learn more about this game, because I'm gonna pop in the disc, and then we're gonna look at all the content which made this one special, the Halo 2 Limited Collector's Edition. And here we have the awesome Project Gotham Racing 4. So my dream would be, if money wouldn't be the matter, actually to have three Xbox 360 consoles. Why? You can connect three Xboxes, 360s, and play this game in a 3-screen mode. But also, and most people do not know that, and it's not well documented, you can also play Project Gotham Racing 4 on 3 screens. You just need 3 Xboxes, 360s, 3 copies of the game, and then you link the consoles together, and then you can play this awesome, one of the best arcade racers in my opinion ever, in a 3-screen mode. And there is not a single video I found where you could see Project Gotham Racing 4 on a 3-screen mode. As I said, if I would have 3 of these Xboxes and 3 copies of the game, I would be extremely keen to play that game on a 3-screen mode, which means you see the cockpit here, and then on the sides here you would see the side windows. And now I'm going to end the video, and I just show you Project Gotham Racing 4. It is a freaking good game. The graphics are for the time stunning. Also, as I said, the kudos system, it's pretty awesome for Project Gotham Racing 4. Also, you drive all of these city racetracks. This is so, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's pretty awesome. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know if you are into retro consoles and retro games. I know I should do a long video for my N64, my huge N64 games collection, but since I've just updated my Xbox 360 with the latest update, like I guess the farewell update from Microsoft for that console, I might want to dive into more into the Xbox 360, and as I mentioned before, maybe one of the best games consoles ever. You of course have to put it in the context of the time when it was released, but during the 360 days, Microsoft was ahead of the game. It was the console, and then with the Xbox One and the Series X, they kind of totally lost it. And in my humble opinion, there might be not a new Xbox down the road, because Microsoft is shifting more and more towards like every device can be an Xbox. They do not have a good games lineup, so I'm not buying a new Xbox down the road. So I'm gonna be a Sony boy. But as I said, the 360 I'm gonna keep forever.